All right, official welcome. Get more clients, 19 ways that you can get more clients. And we're going to get stuck into this class now. There's a common mistake that's often made by coaches. When you get busy, you often stop looking for new business. After all, how can you start building a relationship with a new client when you've already swamped with other clients? But searching for new leads and new clients is something that you need to do continually, folks, even when you've got enough current work, and there are several reasons why. Your dream client, who's going to supply you with high quality, high paying work for years, can come at any time, even when you're busy. And you would hate to miss them, wouldn't you? Because you were swamped with less exciting work. When you're constantly getting new clients, you have the option of dropping old clients that you're not really satisfied with, or you have the opportunity to raise your rates. My principle has always been the same. Sell out your coaching business. That's the maximum hours you can coach per week at a price. The minute you sell it out, put your price up. And you just continue to do that. That's my belief in how you can raise your prices consistently, okay? New clients can help you grow the scale of your business. The tactics that you use to gain new clients, such as social media, referral marketing, these things are ongoing. It's not a situation where when you need clients now, you can go somewhere and immediately find them. These tactics don't usually produce immediate results. They're ongoing things that you need to do, okay? We're going to look at a wealth of online tactics that you can utilize. We're going to look at some offline tactics. We're going to look at how to decide which tactics are best for you. I'm going to look at how to start implementing the tactics. And there's some learning activities for you to do. They're in the handout that I've actually put on this actual class. So if you go to underneath the little section that says handouts, and if you're watching this after the class, that handout should be available somewhere near where you're watching this video. Okay. So your first learning activity, which we're not going to do now, but you're going to do after the class, is going to be this. You're going to sit down and clarify your goals in reading the report that you've got, the workbook, or in watching this class. You're going to be as specific as you can. You're going to state the things like how many clients you'd like to gain, how you'd like to go about getting clients primarily, and what you'd like to see happen in the future. There's a little bit of work for you to do after the class. Online tactics to get more clients. The internet offers so many ways to gain new clients. You're not restricted by location. You can work completely from home. And although the online methods are valuable and you can create an entire client list from them, please, we're going to look at the offline tactics as well. It's important to employ as many tactics as you can, and there are lots of opportunities online and offline, and my view is just employ one at a time, though, one at a time. Okay, there are lots of different tactics you can employ, but start with one at a time. So Facebook ads would just be Facebook ads and go through that first, and then you might switch to AdWords or whatever it ends up being, okay? Your website. The first place to start is to create a website for your business. Well, guess what? We make one for you. And even if you primarily use social media and other places to attract clients, it's good to have your home on the web. That's why we build one for you. So you need to have a well-designed website. It really just needs to tell potential clients what's unique about you. It needs to make it very clear what your business does. You need to emphasize your strengths, and you need to tell visitors why they should hire you. The primary purpose of your website should be to interest clients, engage clients, and it should be to get the details of the people who come, okay? And remember, we will create it for you using WordPress. It's part of your diploma. Most of you, 98% of our students, is part of their program, okay? So remember, we'll do that for you. But here's the thing, we only give you a template. You need to do all the heavy lifting, okay? So once you get your template, you need to then go in and spend a few hours and learn how to use the Thrive Content Builder we give you, and you need to learn how to fill in the 4 or 5 key pages. You need a home page, an About Us page, a contact page, maybe a coaching packages page. You might have a blog, and you might have at least one landing page, okay? For best results, the main page of your website can get clients to sign up. Showcase the benefits of hiring you as a coach, all right? Stress what makes you unique. Give visitors a really strong call to action. Tell them exactly what to do in order to get started with you. Make the process of putting their details in really easy, or ordering something from you really easy. Great way to make your website more effective is to ask your current clients for testimonials. And remember, you can get a testimonial even off someone that you're starting with in your coaching weekend. So when you do a session with someone, someone that you might have for the PCP, get a testimonial, okay? Always good to have a name and also a picture on your testimonial, by the way. Once you've got your website up and running, just put the URL of the website everywhere, okay, that you can, on your Twitter profile, on your Facebook profile, on your LinkedIn profile, okay? You want to make sure you put it everywhere that you can. What about blogging? Blogging is a really good way to attract clients. When you write blog posts, you put content on the web which can attract search engine traffic. And if your blog posts are interesting or helpful or entertaining, your readers will click on the link to see what else you've got. There are several ways you can blog. You can create a blog straight from your website we make you, which is what we prefer. It's really easy to start blogging from the website that we make you. You can create a blog post and send it to Facebook. You can send it to LinkedIn. You can send it to Twitter. Once you create it, you can share it all over the web. The advantage to adding a blog to your website is that it can also help boost your website's search engine ranking. So whenever you publish new blog posts, your site has fresh content, and that's something that search engines love. You'll also add more search terms to your site, okay? Guest blogging means writing blog posts for someone else. Now that's a really great tactic because it gets you exposure to the other person's audience. You can easily find blogs in any niche, okay, that will allow you to do guest posts. Write blog posts about topics that are of interest to your client, and that shows your expertise in the area. If you put yourself in the shoes of a potential client who's looking for, let's say, for example, a relationship expert, then they're going to find your article on relationship tips interesting, and they're going to realize that you know what you're talking about and that you're an expert, okay? Social media. There are several ways you can use social media to attract clients, folks. One is to search on social media for terms that your potential clients might include in their profiles or posts, and add these people as friends or contacts. Or send them a quick introductory message telling them who you are, what you do, how you find them, okay? For example, they're a friend of yours, or you read an interesting bit of content they posted, or however it was you found them. Another method is to do a search for terms a person might use when looking for your service. So if you're a coach, search for life coach, or need a life coach, or need a coach. And you might come across a post made by someone where they're asking, does anyone know a good life coach? Does anyone know a good relationship coach? Try and be as specific as possible with the search term, but that's a way to use social media, okay? Get into the habit of posting content regularly to engage your followers. Make your content public so that people that aren't in your contests will find you. Participate in groups. Take advantage of any other opportunity to meet new people. Make sure your profile says clearly what service you offer and how to contact you or how to place an order. You should be real and you should be honest on social media. Show your personality, be positive, be helpful. Don't try to sell on social media. If people are interested in what you've got to offer, they'll find you. They'll find your services, okay? It's all about building that reputation. That's what we're really looking for, okay, in the social media world. What about email marketing? And I love email marketing. You guys get that, right? Email marketing means sending some kind of material or content to your subscribers on a regular basis. Now, there are many things you can do with email marketing, and you can use it to get new clients, to attract new clients, to build relationships with people who are on your list. You can send your subscribers whatever you want, whenever you want, to build a relationship with them. My belief is that your email should do three things. Number one, it should indoctrinate them to you. You need to teach them who you are. Okay, you need to teach them why you're important, what what your runs on the board are. Then it's a wonderful way for you to be able to build a relationship with that list, but building a relationship by actually positioning yourself as an expert and giving them what we call in the marketing world results in advance. So just from reading your email, looking at your blog, going through content you've created for free, your list should be able to start getting results with the challenge in their life. So if you're in the personal development space, you want to start making them feel better about their life. So to give you an example, you might teach people in a quick audio file that you sent a link in an email to about the 6 core needs. And in the 4 or 5 minute audio or video, you might say, hey, do you guys get that everything that you do, every purchase that you make, almost every decision and action you take on a daily basis is actually just for 6 things? I want to teach you what those 6 things are. You do everything that you do because you either want to meet a need for variety, for connection, do you get it? For some uncertainty, for some certainty, for some growth. And you actually teach these people for significance, and you can teach these people in a little 4 or 5 minute video all about why they do what they do. And then you get a chance to be able to change their life for free. Because what you can then do is some coaching and say, hey, when your brother says he wants to buy a new car, you can chunk him up. You can ask him a question. If you had the new car, what would that give you? Or for what purpose would you want the new car? And we all know on this call, I hope by now, that eventually you'll chunk them up to one of those 6 things. Then you get to go sideways and say, so given that you're buying the new car that's going to cost you 45 grand to feel significant, let me ask you this. What are the other ways that you could feel significant without spending 40 grand? Because that feeling of significance is what you're really after, isn't it? Then you get a chance to get another answer. And they might say, hey, do you know what? I could do some work with my favorite charity. That'd make me feel good. That doesn't cost anything. Yeah, you could, couldn't you? Maybe you could pencil that in once a month to do some work at a local charity. You've just saved that person 40 grand. You've helped them understand in 5 minutes why they're doing what they're doing, and you've helped to position yourself as an expert with a little video or a little audio that you've delivered to them that they've got a link from via an email. Do you get it? Really powerful, right? And that's what we call results in advance, giving your list a result, and in this case they were looking for a personal development type result in advance. Pretty cool? All right, let's move along. Webinars. I love webinars. Anyone that's been hanging out with me for a while will know, big fan of webinars. You're on one now. It's such a great medium for so many reasons. They take a little bit of work, but they're super lucrative in gaining new clients, okay? A webinar is a seminar that's held over the internet. That's really what it is. Great thing about a webinar, 3 people turn up, nobody knows. 3 people turn up to a 100-room seminar, you know, they all know. They're starting to ask some questions. For the topic of your webinar, choose something that your clients really need. Take something you can teach them how to do that will increase their business or increase their life or change their relationship, whatever it is. So let's say, for example, let's say, just throw it out there, something different. Let's say that you offered legal services. Then you'd hold a webinar around tax season on how businesses can save on tax, for example. If you're a web designer, you might want to discuss the latest web design trends on how participants can use them on their websites. If you're a business coach, you might take one of your most valuable ideas and turn it into a how-to webinar. During the last part of the webinar and in a follow-up email, you can make an offer to your participants. Tell them what your business does, how it can help them, give them a really great offer, and give them a really great bonus for acting right now. But remember, not everyone buys on the webinar, but a lot of people will buy in what's called the mop-up, the email or the couple of emails after the webinar. And they'll even buy, if they weren't on the webinar, if you send them the recording and offer them the offer as well, okay? There are some technical hurdles to overcome when you're holding a webinar. Just make sure that you've got your head around how to do it. Easiest way to start and the freest way to start is Google Hangouts. Okay, it's free. And then something like Webinar Jam is a pretty good place to start if you're a newbie. Okay, Webinar Jam. Podcasts are really good. A podcast is an online radio show, basically. The show can be either streamed through a website, downloaded, you can put them onto iTunes. Podcasts have become super popular because listeners can take them wherever they are. And the fact that people now in their cars can generally wirelessly take something from their phone to their audio system means that it's even more open, because people are in their cars all the time. And a lot of people love to listen to personal development or classes in their car, okay? Podcasts come in all kinds of different topics, comedy shows to politics, news to how-to. You can create a podcast about something related to your business that you think clients would love to hear. There are many different formats. It can be free form or it can have features. Episodes can be hours long or they can be 5 minutes. You can choose to have guests or do all the talking yourself. Try to figure out what your audience would like and try different things until you find a format that works. Somewhere during the podcast, as well as in the description or on your website, make sure you've got a call to action with a unique offer, including the benefits on how your client can utilize your coaching services. You can put your podcast on iTunes, which already has a massive audience searching for downloading podcasts, okay? Advertising, online advertising. Google AdWords, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Now I'm going to teach you something really important. A lot of people, in particular when I was business coaching, used to say to me, Doc, I've got a traffic problem. You absolutely do not ever have a traffic problem. All that you need to do is go to the traffic shop. I want you to write that down, put a circle around it, a square, fluorescent, highlight it, the traffic shop. And the traffic shop, or the traffic mall, if you want, is Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And you can go to these places and you can buy traffic to your website. I'm going to say that again. You can buy traffic to your website. And when you buy traffic to your website, you're saying to Mr. Google, hey, you know what? I'm kind of a big deal in the phobia world. And what I want to do is I want you to send me traffic for anyone who wants to bust a phobia. And if you send me that traffic, I'm going to give them a really cool thing for free. And then I'm going to build a relationship with that person and hopefully I'm going to get them as a client. Or you might just sell something straight up off the internet, okay? So I want you to understand advertising online, to me, it's the easiest and the quickest way to be able to build your coaching business, the easiest and the quickest way, it's why we spent so much time at the Marketing Summit on this aspect, okay? Couple of little things. Excuse me. Since the ad content is generally short, focus on getting the potential client's attention and deliver your message as quickly as you can. Emphasize your benefits. Call them to an action. Most advertising platforms will allow you to test your ads, so please run different versions of the ad. Try a different picture, try a different headline, try a different call to action. Now, online advertising does cost money, and failed ad campaigns does lose you a little money. So decide carefully how to place your ads, monitor your ads, test your ads. And if you get to the point where this is too big a hurdle for you to cross on your own, or you just can't be bothered, that's okay. You can outsource this kind of work as well. Okay, you can outsource to an expert in the Facebook space, LinkedIn space, AdWords space. Online groups and forums. I love an online group. It's somewhere people go to discuss common interests. It's a great place to find clients. You just need to find one or a few where your clients are likely to be there. Make a profile, become a participant in the conversation. There's no need to sell, and in fact, you shouldn't sell. Just try and be helpful, be a presence. Put a description of what you do, who you are, what you're doing, okay? Now, let me give you some examples. Let's say, for example, that you were a web content writer and you were looking for new clients who are internet marketers. You would join an internet marketing forum or an internet marketing Facebook group. If you were a medical professional, you'd find a group centered on illness or an area of medicine that you were in. If you were a financial coach, you would find a financial coaching forum or a financial forum or a we need help in finances forum where people are looking for the information where you're an expert. If you were a relationship coach, you'd find a forum about relationships. If you were a phobia coach, you'd find a forum about phobias. Get the idea? Now, some forums have special threads or sections where you can promote your business. Some of them have days where you can promote your business, okay? Make sure you know the rules of the group before you become too active so that you know what's allowed and what isn't allowed. Observe the interactions from people so you know what it is people like or don't like, okay? And this is a great chance for you to be able to, for free, build your profile, get some clients. Business listing, review sites. Business listing review sites are websites where mostly local businesses maintain a profile. Customers can leave reviews. Popular sites, Yelp, Amazon Review, Google My Business is really big. Ratings and reviews increasingly inform decision makers when they're looking for things. We certainly have a My Business account with Google. Each month, they actually send you how many people went to your page, asked for directions to your business, dialed your number, or, you know, you get all those kind of stats anyway, and that's free. I think that's free, right? So check out those. My Business for Google is definitely the best, and people can leave reviews there, which is really nice as well. And I encourage all of you guys to leave reviews for me, please. That would be really good. All right, how are we tracking here for time? Are we going well? 24 past? Become a published author. Every single one of you that are in the Advanced Diploma Program and above, you guys have a 7-step webinar series that teaches you how to become a published author. It's right there. I'm a PE teacher. I've written 5 books now. If I can write a book and have it published, you can write a book and have it published. It is a wonderful way to build your reputation. It gains you exposure as an expert in your field. If you distribute the books far and wide, you increase the chances that someone who needs your services will contact you. They're a brilliant money magnet. You offer the book on the internet for free plus shipping, and you can manage all of this yourself. And you might spend $4 or $5 on the book itself, but you're sending this wonderful, high quality, high value thing to your potential customer. It's a great way to be able to just get something one level up than what your competitors are doing, okay? There are two ways to self-publish. One is to self-publish actual print books offline, and the other is to publish ebooks. You can also write a book and publish it in both places, which is what I do. Offline publishing is really easy. There are lots of self-publishing services. Lulu is one that you could try, L-U-L-U. They're cost-effective. They allow you to publish books in limited runs to order. For me, I actually use a place called CreateSpace. So CreateSpace. And CreateSpace allows me to do all of my self-published books. I can order them in copies, in volumes as little as 20. And when I get the 20 in, they literally cost me $5 or $6 each. Like, it's really cheap. CreateSpace is American. There's probably an Australian equivalent. I've just used CreateSpace over the time, so that's what I know well. The key here is to get as much distribution as possible. It's not about making profit from the book. And if you go into this right at the start knowing that, then you're absolutely ahead of the game, okay? Now, the other alternative is to create an ebook and give that away. Really easy to create your own ebook. You can offer your book on your website or anywhere else and just give it away for free. Another way to do it. I love an actual written, in my hand, tactile, kinesthetic kind of book. And for $5 or $6, it's a great way to build your business. Like the other content we've discussed, your book should address something your potential clients are interested in. If possible, help them solve a problem, teach them how to do something related to your service. In different parts of the book, you can place a small advertisement with a link to your website. Encourage them to share the book for free with anyone they think might like it, and you're going to get much better distribution. All right, what about making videos? Videos are guaranteed attention-grabbing things online. Many people prefer to take their content in video form because it's really easy to digest. You can just grab it right there on your phone or your iPad. With video, you can show your potential clients how to do something rather than just telling them. You can build your attractiveness to them because they see you as a character in the business. They get to know you. Video production and editing is super easy with all the online tools that are available now. You can actually do everything on your smartphone now. That's how smart your smartphone is. You can even post them to YouTube from your smartphone. Okay, do it directly there. In our websites we build for you, Thrive Themes has a wonderful way to work with video. As long as you put the video onto YouTube, you can get great looking results, incredible looking results with Thrive, okay? Your videos don't have to be long. They don't need to be complicated. You just need to solve the problem of what the person is looking for and build your reputation. Build your character. Let them know who you are. Give them a chance to know you and to connect and to indoctrinate with you. That's the challenge, okay? That's what we're really looking to do. All right. Again, your videos, they don't need to be promotional. Provide help. Provide value to the viewer. Tell them about what you've got in the description of the video. Doesn't need to be in the video itself, okay? So with YouTube in the description, you can jam that full of all kinds of great descriptive words that you need and all kinds of backlinks and things, and you can just be really helpful in the video itself. Joint partnerships, forming joint partnerships or joint ventures with a similar business but not a competitor is an incredible way to create win-wins. You can each promote each other online, and then you get to double your efforts to gain new clients. You introduce your partner to your online audience, they return the favor, you both get a great deal of exposure. The key is to find someone whose audience is also your audience. It could be someone who offers a similar service, maybe someone who uses products, maybe someone that is like-minded. So as a coach, who are we talking about here? Well, if you're a financial coach, maybe you could link with an accountant. If you're a financial coach, maybe you could link with a bank. If you were a weight loss coach, maybe you could link with a health club or a personal trainer. So you go to the personal trainer and say, hey, I've got 50 clients on my books, you've got 50 clients on your books, or we're both brand new. How about this? What about we cross-promote? So I'll promote your 12-week personal training challenge to my clients if you'll promote my 12-week personal coaching program to your clients. Pretty easy, right? So who can you work with to try and help you to be able to cross-promote and build your business? The other way you can do that is that you can actually work with a fellow coach. Let's say that you're a coach and your specialty is relationships, and you've got another coach and their specialty might be stop smoking. Well, then you guys can cross-promote. The relationship coach might find people who they've got who are smoking, they can cross-promote. You might have people in the stop smoking niche. Guess what? They've got some challenges with their relationships. You could cross-promote with coaches. You could also get together and run seminars with other coaches, 2 or 3 of you, running an hour each on 3 different topics. You all promote to your list, bring as many people in as you want, and you create a beautiful 3-hour seminar with the 3 of you sharing the expense of the venue, whatever it is. Cool? Sometimes you've got to think outside the box, folks. Okay, if you're listening to this afterwards, you've got a little bit of work now. You need to ask yourself, what would be an effective way for finding potential clients for my business from these online tactics? Is it something I could work into my regular marketing for my business? How am I going to get started? Okay. If you're listening to this class live, like the 20 or so of you guys I'm looking at right now, this is something I want you to do when we finish today. Cool? All right, let's move along. Offline tactics. What can you do offline? You shouldn't restrict yourself to online. There's some cool offline stuff as well. Let's run through some. Events and meetups. Finding networking events and meetups related to the services that you offer. Look for conferences, exhibitions, trade shows, talks, other events where you're likely to encounter your potential clients, and get ready to network, baby. Prepare materials to pass out, have your elevator pitch to deliver, follow up with every single person that you meet afterwards by phone. You can gain clients from ordinary community events. Any event is an opportunity for you. If you attend a community event, make yourself visible. Come prepared with materials. Worst case, business cards. On the back of the business card, a link to your website where they can get something free. And I say that again, on the back of your business card, link to your website where they can get something for free. Alternatively, what about a USB? Hey, I've got a USB. It's a little introduction about me. They open it up. It's a link to your website, but it's also a little video of you explaining what you do. It's got your brochures on there. Why not? Cost you a couple of bucks. Something worth thinking about, right? If there aren't many events in your area, what about creating your own event? Create an event that will deliver a fun, exciting experience to the people that are going to come. Put yourself in the shoes of your potential client and ask yourself, what would make them excited to come? What would they want? Doesn't need to be huge. You just need to attract the right people. What about local councils, local chambers of commerce? Maybe it's time to go down and work out what your local council and local chamber of commerce can do for you. If you offer online services, these guys could be a goldmine for you. The idea is that local businesses help each other. So you could find businesses that need coaching. And you might also find businesses that will help you with your online marketing. You might find businesses that will help with web design that you could do coaching with. Cool? For the price of going down and having some conversations and talking to these guys, I think it'd be a brilliant idea. What about this one? Public speaking. We usually think of public speaking as informing or teaching people, but guess what? It's actually a form of selling. It increases your visibility. It shows your expertise. If there's an audience member searching for your services, guess what? You got a new client. You can try to find events where you can speak. You can host your own events. Focus on some task you can teach or some technique you can teach or some great personal development you can teach that are going to be brilliant for the potential client. The great thing about public speaking, it's kind of got this snowball effect. You can publish your speaking engagements on your website. You can record it, take some pictures, helps to build your reputation, okay? So look for places where you can speak. Demonstrations and educational events. You can get new clients by hosting a demo or an educational event about your niche. You can do something as simple as a little open house, an outdoor, maybe a demo in Fed Square in your city. Hey, for 1 hour, I'm going to hypnotize as many people as I can. For 1 hour, I'm going to stop as many people smoking as I can. I'm going to have a stop smoking group, 20 people at a time, whatever. Get a little funky with this. Try and create something that'll create a little bit of hype, okay? You might offer to visit offices and do quick 10-minute coaching sessions. You know, I don't remember if you remember this, but a few years ago, there was all this hype around people coming in and they do like a 10-minute massage in a meeting. Kind of weird, to be honest, but great idea. And it was everywhere. Why not knock on some doors and just say, do you know what? I'm the 10-minute coach. Or you might walk past a building and see 10 people smoking outside. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be going straight to HR saying, you know what I've noticed? I've noticed a ton of your guys outside smoking. What about if you pay me to help them to stop smoking? Wouldn't that be a good idea? All you guys that do your 5-day conscious hypno, you can all do that easily. Workshops. A workshop is it's sort of like a formal version of an educational type event. Little bit more schooly, little bit more educationally, handouts, exercises, these kind of things. I love them. The guys that are doing the TLCC trainers training, they're going to be running workshops for me next year. They're going to be running workshops all around the country, bringing people in, teaching them some cool stuff, and hopefully selling my coaching programs. That's where we're going with this, I hope. You guys that are doing the trainers training, excuse me, that's where we're heading. By the way, if you're on this call and you don't know about TLCC trainers training, it's a 5-day training happening in January where we're going to teach 30 people how to become phenomenal trainers. And we're going to then be providing workshop opportunities for those 30 people. It's not to do that, by the way. It's so that you can become an incredible trainer in your own right. But we're going to be giving those trainers 3 workshops fully created that can go out and run for themselves as well. And we're going to get them to run a few workshops down the track. The commitment we've also made to these trainers is that when we replace Coach Mastery, Advanced Coach Mastery, running fantastic workshops, when we replace the trainers in these environments, if they move on or move up or move sideways, we're going to replace them from this pool of people. Anyway, if you're interested, send me an email so I can get you some more details. But workshops are brilliant. They're such a great way. You get people in, you teach them something amazing, and you give them an offer at the end. It's a great, great way to build your business. Okay, love a workshop. Referrals. It is highly likely, folks, that your easiest clients are going to come from a referral. It is so simple. And by the way, to all of you who refer, thank you. We love it. It is so simple when someone rings you and says, hey, my friend Nadine is in your course. She loves it. and she said, I should give you a call, I want to do it. That is literally money on the phone. So referrals are your best friend. Teach your clients how to refer. By the way, if you want to refer someone to us, it is as simple as sending me an email saying, hey, Doc, my friend David is really interested in coaching. This is David's number. He's expecting a call from you. And you just have, after you just say you've had a talk with David, and David says, dude, I want to get those changes you're getting from NLP. I want to, learn this stuff. You just say, hey, I'll get Doc to give you a buzz, and he'll organize the best course for you. And if you do that, we actually will give you 10% of what David enrolls for. So if David enrolls in the diploma program for $5,000, we'll give you $500 as a way of saying thank you. David enrolls in the advanced diploma for $10,000, we'll give you $1,000 as a way for saying thank you. As long as it's formally done like that, so we know that David was your referral and the phone call was made because of that referral, we'll give you 10%. Pretty nice way to earn a little bit of extra cash, right? And you send 10 people through the course that you know, through the same course you've done, and they pay for your course. Pretty easy, isn't it? So referrals are great. Look after the people who refer for you as well. Local media. Keep your eye on local media. Look for opportunities to get new clients. And in addition to looking for events, the other thing that you can do is look at your local news. Look at individuals' promotions. Look at when people might have been, and by the way, before I go even further, send stories to the local media. Send stories to the local media. Capture the attention of the local media. If you're a relationship coach and you've saved, relationships in your area, this is newsworthy, and they will like to publish this kind of stuff. You remember, a local paper has got to fill all of those pages each week. So if you give them a really great feel-good story from you in the area, relationship guru, saves relationships in the Kingston area, well, they're going to love that. So you've got to know, and you write the story for them. Okay, you write the story for them, send it in to the editor. That's a really great way to build what you've got as well. Contact the people you find through local media with a phone call, maybe a personalized email. Explain how your service could suit their needs. So people you find in your local paper, because this is the other thing. If you read the stories, you're going to find potential clients right there in your area. Or you might find a group you could work with. It's a charity group. Utilize local media, okay? What else have we got? There we go. We're done. 19. How good was that? You've now got a little work to do. Which of all of the ideas could you potentially use? Which are feasible? Which ones are within your means? Which ones sound the most interesting to you? And then have a crack. You've got 19 different ways that you can move forward. I would love you to have a crack at some of those 19. If you've got any questions, pop them up now and I will happily answer them for you. Those of you that are in Melbourne, please remember you've got your NLP practice night the 1st of November, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Yes, we do know that it's Melbourne Cup Day. No excuses. We want you to be there regardless. 7 till 10, 1st of November with DJ and Jojo. It is a free event, okay, for the guys that are in Melbourne. That's a free event that they're running for you. And I think there's 13 spots gone, so there's still about 15 spots available. So look at your email. You've got to have passed NLP. That's the only requirement. You need to be an NLP Prac Pass before you can enroll in that. If there's nothing else, I will bid you goodbye. It is always my favorite hour of the week. I'll see you next Wednesday. Until then, have a brilliant week, and I'll look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye for now.